Thanks for joining me. Another episode of JAYSTRAYS. This is going to be episode 75. So we are going to the Nevada State Museum in the capital of the state of Nevada. And you can see from all this architecture, this is the original mint. This is where the Comstock lode, they took all the ore, all the silver ore out of Virginia City right over yonder and brought it here. Also inside of this museum, it's one of the only working coinage or foundries in the country that coins on the spot. So we're going to check out their coin making operation, and welcome. All right, Nevada State Museum, Nevada Department of Cultural Affairs. All right, JAYSTRAYS episode 75. All right, so we're inside the magic elevator. I was just telling them about my channel. They were interested, you know. So we're going up to the very top is what it was recommended, and you can see all the pulleys and everything working in here. So we're going to start at the top and work our way to the bottom. Thanks for joining me, JAYSTRAYS. All right, so right here we've got the Nevada State fossil, which is a ichthyosaur. And here's actually an ichthyosaur that they uncovered. I don't know if they necessarily got this from the Berlin ichthyosaur monument. But that's going to be another place we go to. All right, so Nevada is extremely geologically dynamic, I guess would be the word. So look at the Precambrian. They show you how the rocks actually form here. Gabbro, granite, slate, quartzite. It's like the fake gold. Genesis, sandstone, limestone. Like if you're in Vegas, you see the red rock. That's that sandstone that makes red rock in Vegas. Oh wow. Look at this little thing you can turn. And you can look at each one of the rocks. Magnetite, quartz, garnet, gold ore, halite, chalcopyrite, fluorite, sulfur. Wow, and that's the focus. Like, see, you can focus on each one of these. Let's go back to the fluorite. Whoa, that's amazing. Lithium. That's where all your EV cars come from. Minerals we use every day. All right, let's keep rolling. Little display case. All the different mining that takes place in Nevada. Oh, look at that amethyst. That's my sister's birthstone. Wow, that's beautiful. Hematite. There's pyrite. There's the fool's gold.
That's amazing.
Okay, this is the Mesozoic era. I'll show you the volcanism on this wheel here, which is pretty cool. Igneous rock, sedentary, metamorphic, loosely coiled early Jurassic fossil annamite from central Nevada. Wow. Look at those fossils. You see how they're seashells? So Nevada was an inland ocean. Ancient Lake Lahontan. Well, the tour wouldn't be complete if we didn't find the mammoth. Look at those tusks. Holy moly. And then you also have a prehistoric horse right here. All right, JAYSTRAYS, Nevada State Museum. Nevada people through time. You got the Mint Bell. That's what we saw in the parking lot. No, that was the one we saw downstairs. Abe Curry building the Mint. That's why I showed you the very front when we walked in the door. Constructed in July of 1866 for $150,000. There you go.
This is Nevada today.
USS Reno. There's an M1 Garand. 50 caliber off of a B-24 Liberator. Oh, when you guys saw my Tonopah Airfield video. Tonopah Airfield. So that was what the hangars that we saw in that video about 5 videos back. B-2 Liberator hangar, 24 Liberator hangars. Looks like an old slot machine. Yeah, it says Bally, so it's an old slot machine. Oh, look at some of this history. We got some old bicycles. Oh, look at this. Looks like an Indian. Sure is. Love to have one of those. Model T. Here's the old gas station. Oh, the old dentist chair. Scary, even back then. All right, look at this gem. An old Maxwell. Yeah, old parlor games. Look at this. Is that Pharaoh? And you got the roulette wheel. Actually, this is the Pharaoh table, I believe. Uh-oh. Got a lot of outlaws. Look at all those handcuffs. Scale. I had to put it to scale by standing on the stairwell. You're obviously an assayer. So you put gold on there and weight on the other end, and then you can figure out how much the gold is worth. Oh, the coin press. Wow. Here's a brief history of all the coins that they produce. You see they got those double eagles. Those are big money. Yeah, so this mint, 150 years has been open. Coin press number 1 minted its first coin on February 11th, 1870. It was the only coin press in operation for the first 5 years. It's before DC, folks. Treasurer's office. The treasurer took the assayer's report and agreed the fitness of the metal and calculated it. The value paid to the depositor and informed the paying teller. The treasurer also received furnished coins, put them into a vault for future payment to depositors to ship to other U.S. mints. Look at that wheel. And then you got like a mock little silver bar, because that's what they did. The Comstock load was all about silver, so that's what they were minting. And speaking of silver, here's some of the silver that the battleship USS Nevada silver service. Wow. Their own silver plating. USS Nevada. Look at the dual fish. And on this side, I think it's Nevada bullion. There's ingots is what it's called, ingots of silver. Look at the artistry. The little sheep, the rose. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. There's more silver here. The winners' trophies. Holy moly. That's, yes, for horsing and ranching. And then special coins for each state. Minted here. Nevada is the silver state. All right, so now we're going into the ghost town. Yeah. Sweet. Boot pistol. Colt model 1851. Whoa. Look, it's a replica of the mine. Let's go through the mine. Whoa. This is epic. And a real mine, guys. Oh. Whoa. Spooky down here. Whoa. You're standing in a mine cage. Look at this Dillon box. Colorado. Cast iron. You come out, look, you can see there's tracks where it can come off, the ore carts can come out. And this is showing them going inside with a respirator. Oxygen breathing apparatus. Oh, and then you got this guy in here, he's fooling with charges. Cap and fuse magazine. Yeah, that's a dangerous gig. And you've got, come all the way back here. So here are the chutes. And the ore would just come out of the chutes. As you go down this way, the ore cart comes and takes the ore. 19th century hard rock mining illustrations showing how they did it back in the day. Whoa. Air compressor. Well, they had to get air into those tunnels where they were digging out the ore. So they had to, look at that Western Electric Company. I think Tesla started with Western Electric, actually. And you can see continuous railroad tracks. Well, here's the powder magazine. Hercules powder. Yeah. Kaboom. The ore tracks continue. Oh, sweet. Scheelite ore or tungsten. And see, so he's drilling it. That's an old drill from the 1800s. They weren't like little hand drills like you have today. And this is a very low-lying ceiling. If you don't pay attention, you're going to hit your head. And that's how it was back in the day. And then you got this guy. He's getting the dynamite stuffed in there. See the box full of sticks. He's getting ready to stuff it in there. You come back to this side. abandoned drift. An old drift showing the crushing effect of loose ground. So this is trying to show you what happens when those rafters collapse. And so you got the ore in the cart right here. Wow. And then there's the stamp mill. See right there, that's an actual real stamp mill. So they're stamping it out, stamp out the ore so they can take the good ore. And then there, like I said, there's a chute, that's a copper chute. You got this guy here. He's working a crane so he can lower the men up and down. And ore up and down. Look, there's the bucket that pulls it up and down. Going down the shaft, there's the ore cart. Look, the ore cart's just like laying down, and it's got like a lid on it, so they can just put it and pull it up and down. Oh, and here's a miniature mock-up of what the mine operation looked like. So they're underground. They have to take the tunnel down. They're burrowing in. They've got it all stacked out with timber. Here's another picking and drilling operation. Exciting.